Hi everyone, and welcome to this week's Monday's Moment video. Sorry I didn't have one yesterday. You might have even heard me coughing over the intro, but I was quite poorly with a cold, flu, but some nasty bug last week. Thankfully not COVID though. In today's Monday's Moment, I want to talk to you and ask a question about contact points and whether more are needed. See you in a moment. Now, I want you to think about the way the world has changed in recent months, not just because of the pandemic, but generally, I think people, as we have changed the way in which we use social media, the way in which we have communicated with people, the way that we reach out to people and engage with people, that has changed quite significantly. And as it has, what I have found is that many of my prospects, many of my leads have needed more contact points to become interested and engaged in what I do. And the coaches that I work with, the tech businesses, the digital businesses, and all the other businesses I work with, whether it's in my group programs or one of my one-to-one programs, have all found the same. And that these contact points have gone up by 3 to 4 times the amount that they are or were before. So if you think about it, if you thought that 10 contact points, get my head into gear today, that's the cold. If you thought that 10 contact points would get your leads, you should potentially now contact them before they engage. So I want you to think about what changes have you seen? How much has the engagement gone up by that you've seen that people have needed before they've engaged? And also the thing I found is that it's not just the actual number of contact points, it's where people engage with you as well. That has really changed. So the first thing I want you to think about today is write down how many contact points you thought in the past that people took to reach out to you, and how has that changed now? How many contact points do people have with you now? And is it enough? It might be that it is, but is it? So just take a moment and just write down some of the things, some of the numbers that you need, and some of the things that you know about how your contacts engage with you. The other thing then to have a think about is the location of those contact points. So I did a webinar many years ago, and there was a guy in there called Rod, and Rod said after the webinar, because it was about social media for coaches, for business coaches, and I said to him, spend 30 minutes a day on your social media. And he sent me an image there that you can see with the post-it notes, and he said, I will only spend 30 minutes a day on social media. Is that enough now? But is social media still the best platform? Has it, like I have found, it's changed from Facebook to LinkedIn, and now it's actually going back to Facebook again? Is it more Instagram? I found that more and more people have wanted to see me on Instagram. More people, I used to do a lot of lecturing and a lot of talking in webinars and things like that. That has changed significantly as well. And people want to see me do short videos like this now. I do a weekly training each week in the Facebook groups that I have, the Facebook group for businesses that are ambitious and want to scale up, which is a free Facebook group, and the one for coaches who are perhaps struggling at the moment and want to take their business and break through that 10k per month level. So it could be the formats on what you spread your message. It could also just be that ways in which you used to talk before are now just getting swamped, as the image down there in the bottom is doing, because that image below is perhaps where your emails are going to, your emails, your direct mails. Are they just going into a pile with everyone else's? So not only do we need to look at the number of contact points, but we need to look at where we're making them. And to do this, it's time to carry out a review. Now, I've written some words on my little post-it note here. We need to ask. So we need to ask our clients, ask our recent clients, ask our prospects recently. Ask them, where did they last engage with us? What did they see as the best places to engage with us? Where did they see our best content? So ask them. Do a bit of research. Look at what other people are doing, as well as asking your existing clients. Look at what's working for other people. So ask, then research. Okay, look what other people are doing. Look at what your competitors are doing. Then review. Okay, and then once you've carried out that review, do what I love to do. I love to tweak. I'm always, particularly in the car, because I don't have memory seats in the car that I've got at the moment. So every time I get in the car, my wife's being in it, or if she's adjusted my chair in the office, I'm never quite right. So I'm always adjusting it slightly. I'm always tweaking just a little bit. And you need to do the same. Look at what you found. Look at what people have said to you, and then make those slight adjustments. Make sure that you're comfortable, that you're getting the contact points that you need. And of course, if you've got those contact points and you learning lessons, I'd love to have you as a guest on the podcast. Make sure I've got the right handing on the video. But also, what I'd love to do is have you in the Facebook groups that I mentioned. I've got 2 Facebook groups that are for one for coaches that want to break through that $10,000, £10,000, whatever it is, €10,000 limit, and they're perhaps struggling and fumbling a little bit at the moment and just want to get some practical advice. I've been coaching for over 12 years, and for the last 5 years I've been helping coaches do similar results to what I've broken through in the past. But also I've got a group for ambitious businesses that want to take their business to the next level. So you might need a bit of a kickstart, you might need a bit of a scale up. But if you would love to be in one of the 3 groups, I do extra weekly training in there, and I have resources and bundles in there as well. Now, I'm not just doing this as a sales pitch at the end of this video. Of course, I am a little bit. But the reason I'm doing this is to show you that it might be the Facebook group. It might be that way. It might be the podcast. There are so many different ways that I'm having to find that I'm changing my way. I'm even having to use WhatsApp, Messenger. So don't just listen to what I say. Believe that I'm doing this as well. I do believe in the Sherpa effect. You've got to have gone up the mountain yourself, come back down safely so that you can show other people to do the same. And I do that both on the Facebook group, and I also do it here on the podcast and other places as well. So do you need more contact points? Do you need to make contact points, more of them in different places? If you do, make those little tweaks, make those adjustments, and make sure you're doing something about your numbers that you need to make sure that are bringing in the right number of leads and the right number of prospects and the right kind of clients that you need right now. I hope that that's being of some use. I hope that you will reach out. If you want to join the Facebook groups, or you want to be a guest on my podcast, please just drop me a message on whatever platform you're watching this now. Just drop me a message and I will lovely and gladly welcome you to any of those other platforms as well. And I'm sorry I'm being a little bit disjointed today. This cold is certainly affecting my oxygen levels and my concentration, but I didn't want you to miss out on another week's Monday's Moment. So I hope you see the benefit. I hope you realise that there are things out there that you can be doing, and just make those little tweaks. And I'll see you on next week's Monday's Moment, or perhaps I'll see you on the podcast or in the Facebook group. Bye for now.